Okay, so we're going lots of different directions. Let's start with page one. That was theater. That was really good. That was golf at its best.
Yeah, Rory finally got the green jacket, Lee.
Rory McIlroy was unbelievable. You talk about the guy from Northern Ireland gets to wear the green. It ended a 14-year journey for Rory McIlroy to get the Masters Championship. And what a final round it was. He made every big shot he needed to make. He missed a whole pile of putts that he had to make. He pushed the thing into overtime so we could have another extra hole to watch it. It was spectacular, him fighting off Justin Rose or him fighting off his own self-destruction. And I think at the end of the day, when you looked at the big full screen shot of the 18th green and you saw fans 30 rows deep cheering for this guy, it drove home the point to me, Rory McIlroy has become the fans' man. Boy, you talk about a guy that's accomplished everything except winning at Augusta, and he accomplished that yesterday. And when he made that final 2-foot putt on the extra hole, he crashed to the green and wept like a baby. It was like 1,000 pounds of weight was taken off his shoulders in his career by virtue of that accomplishment yesterday. And you just think about what happened during the course of that tournament. He started the day, John, with a 3-stroke lead. That lead was gone by the second hole on the final day. Double bogey to start, first hole, second tee shot into the bunker, and suddenly Bryson DeChambeau had the lead. And then all of a sudden, Rory McIlroy just got focused and started to reel off birdies and birdies and birdies. And then he made the turn, he built a 5-stroke lead, and then he gave it all back. On the 13th hole, he hit one off a side of a hill into a creek. Double bogey, follow that up with another bogey, and suddenly the lead was gone. And suddenly we had the guys bearing down on him again, DeChambeau chasing him, and Justin Rose came up with 5 birdies in a 6-hole span. And I thought to myself, holy cow, this is going to wind up being a 3-way war in the final couple of holes. Yet Rory was able to survive. McIlroy hit a bunch of critical iron shots starting on about 14 that really saved him. Now, he had trouble with his putter. He missed 4 short putts, but yet the irons kept him in play, and the other guys couldn't make shots down the stretch. DeChambeau self-destructed completely with back-to-back shots in the water, took 2 double bogeys, and that was the end of his day. Rose was right there at the end, but Rose could not sink a 15-foot putt on the overtime hole, and Rory McIlroy with a great iron shot got within 2 and popped it in to get the green jacket. But man, it was just great theater.
Yeah. Sunday was fantastic. And like you're saying, the drama, he's ahead, he's in the creek, he's in the trap, got to go to the extra hole. But even Saturday morning, I mean, he was just on fire, eagle, birdie. Yep. And so it was a great tournament. The part that was special to me was when he had clinched the green jacket. And like you said, he fell to the ground on the green. But as he walked from the green to the clubhouse, all the hugs, all the high fives from family and from other, people in golf, other players, teammates, he legitimately was the happiest man on earth right there. You could just feel the emotion and the joy. And I mean, we've seen like Tiger Woods go through that walk before, and it's nice, it's exciting, but it was different with Rory this time.
Yeah. It took 18 minutes for him to get off the green, walk through the crowd, get towards Butler's cabin for the ceremony. 18 minutes. And I thought Jim Nantz was spectacular on CBS. He stepped away from the mic and they went silent, the broadcast crew. They just let America see the outpouring of respect and love. And the competitors came out of the locker room, led by Shane Lowry, fellow Northern Ireland guy, to congratulate him. And, Love is from England, Great Britain. He stopped and he hugged him and hugged him and hugged him. They wouldn't let him go. It was just magnificent. And he's been through so much, as such expectation early on in his career. And then he blew Masters championships, so they're right there at the end. He couldn't close the deal. And this looked like, uh-oh, this is happening again. He's not going to be able to close this. And yet he kept coming back. He was relentless along the way. I mean, it was heart-stopping. It was jaw-dropping. It was a day of drama. I thought it was great. I thought it was great theater at Augusta. And that snapshot of the 18th green as he was getting ready to putt, and the volume of fans in the stands, 30 rows deep along the edge of the green. To me, it was just absolutely amazing. So what a superstar player he is, superstar guy, and they honor the superstar by giving the kid from Northern Ireland a green jacket. That's so cool.
It is great. And think about, like, they talked a lot about his backstory growing up as a kid and the family hardships and the money issues and everything. And he finally made this achievement. But you're talking about 50 deep on the 18th green. Looks a lot different than a live golf tournament.
Oh, you think? And outside of DeChambeau, by the way, hardly anybody from LIV made the cut. Boy, the TV ratings are going to have to be through the roof. They'll be out either later tonight or first thing on Tuesday. So you're a golf fan. How cool was that? And we've seen greatness. We've seen Tiger Woods dominate, but that was not the type of relationship Tiger and the fans, Tiger and everybody else, as we saw yesterday. The outpouring of emotion from the fans and him stopping there to shake hands and give a fist bump to all these people he didn't know as he was walking up towards Butler Cabin. It was absolutely cool. Other guys didn't do very well. DeChambeau self-destructed. Scotty Scheffler never put together a good round. There was one stretch on Saturday and Sunday where he had 12 birdies, which is impressive, but he had 10 bogeys. There was just no consistency to his game at all. So at the end of the day, Rory is the man. The guy from Northern Ireland gets a green jacket. Hell, they're probably still celebrating in the pubs in Dublin and Derry and Belfast.
Well, I don't know about Dublin. I mean, it's still got the little friction going on between the Irish and the Northern Irish. But yeah, what a great tournament and a career Grand Slam. That's an elite group. That
only 6.
Yeah.
I mean, there's title now. There are only 6 golfers in the history of the game that goes back to the 1890s. Only 6 have won 4 different majors. They call it the Grand Slam. And now Rory has put his name there. He's one of the titans of the sport too. That's kind of cool.
Right on.
Oh, so you're a golf fan. What'd you think? What'd you see? What'd you believe? Did you imagine he could ever survive all the trauma of his career and get this done on Sunday? Fans Forum chat box is open. Looking for a golfer. Hit it down the middle, sink the putt. Don't shank it into the parking lot. Want to hear what you've got to say.